You are 62 years old, opening your mailbox on a Tuesday in March. The Social Security statement sits there, showing your monthly benefit, $1,840. You file. The money starts. Life continues. But you do not know what you left on the table. Somewhere in the rules, there is a second door. Most people never find it. That door is worth $26,400 to you. Maybe more. Now, I want you to sit with this for a moment. This money is not a tax refund. It is not a lottery. It is yours. The Social Security Administration knows it exists. I have spent 18 years helping seniors unlock these numbers. My father worked in Social Security claims for 30 years before me. He taught me to read the rules as they were written, not as people assumed. Today, I am going to show you exactly how to claim what is owed. By the end of this chapter, you will know whether you qualify, and I need you to stay with me all the way through. Because there is a strategy that expired in 2015 that still works for you. If you were born before January 1954, this changes everything. The clock is ticking. The SSA will not call you. They will not send a letter reminding you of the money. You have to ask for it. Most seniors never do. Here is the first thing you need to know right now. Social Security has two birth year thresholds that matter, 1954 and 1958. The one born before 1954 gets one advantage. The one between 1954 and 1958 gets another. Both were gifts hidden in the law. Both are still claimable. Neither comes automatically. You have to pull the trigger. I will show you the exact steps to verify your eligibility this month. But first, you need to understand the mechanism that made this possible. Why did the SSA create these rules in the first place? And why did they quietly close the door to new claimants in 2015? That is where the real story begins. That is what we uncover next. So you know there is money waiting. Now I need to show you the mechanism that built it. Before 2015, the Social Security Administration allowed something almost nobody understood they could do. A worker at their full retirement age, usually 66, could file for benefits and then immediately suspend them. File, suspend, two simple words that unlocked a strategy worth tens of thousands of dollars. Here is why this mattered, and most people never grasped it at the time. When you suspended your benefit, yours stopped growing, but your spouse's did not. Your spouse could claim spousal benefits immediately, up to 50% of your primary insurance amount. Meanwhile, your own benefit kept climbing at exactly 8% per year until age 70. 4 years of 8%. That compounds to roughly 32% more on top of your original amount. A couple who executed this cleanly could add $26,400 or more to their lifetime household income. I have reviewed hundreds of client files from before 2015, and the ones who did this, they knew something. Their financial advisors understood the mechanics. The SSA certainly did not advertise it. This was not a loophole in the criminal sense. It was entirely legal and deliberately structured that way. The Senior Citizens Freedom to Work Act of 2000 created the suspension right in the first place. But by 2015, Congress realized they had left a door open that cost the trust fund billions. And here is where it gets interesting. They slammed that door on April 29, 2016. The Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 closed file and suspend for anyone filing after that date. If you had not filed and suspended before April 30th, 2016, the old rules no longer applied to you. But, and this is the critical part, anyone who filed before that deadline was grandfathered in permanently. Your spouse's benefits stayed in payment. Your benefit kept growing. The SSA honored what you claimed. This is why Chapter 1 mattered so much. Your filing date is everything. Now, there is one more move the SSA still permits, and it works even after 2015. It requires being born before January 2nd, 1954, and it is the final legal avenue left open. That is what we cover next, the play that survives, and how to execute it. So File and Suspend closed in April 2015. But here is what the SSA left open. Restricted application. You are born before January 1st, 1954. You have one legal move left standing. This move lets you claim spousal benefits now, while your own benefit grows 8% yearly. 8% per year, from full retirement age until 70. That is 32% total. My mother watched her neighbor claim this at 66, while her own benefit climbed silently. The mechanism is simple. You file for spousal only, not your own retirement benefit yet. Your spouse must already be collecting, or if you are divorced, 2 years must have passed. The SSA will not volunteer this option. You must walk in and ask for it by name. Restricted application. Those are the words that unlock the door the Bipartisan Budget Act tried to seal. If you were born January 2nd, 1954 or later, the rules are stricter or closed. But born before that date, you step through. You file the SSA 1BK form, restricted filing only. At full retirement age, your spousal benefit maxes at 50% of your spouse's primary insurance amount. That is not 50% of what they are collecting. 50% of what they earned at full age. Here is where most people miss the arithmetic. Your own benefit is still growing behind it all. Every month past full retirement age, delayed retirement credits add 0.2% to your own amount. You collect spousal for 4 years. Your own benefit accumulates the full 32% gain, uninterrupted. At 70, you switch to your own benefit, now maximized, leaving the spousal behind completely. The switch does not happen automatically. You will call the SSA and tell them you are ready. No more spousal. Pay me my own benefit now at its full-grown amount. The divorced version works the same way, with one key difference you need to understand. If you are divorced, your ex-spouse does not have to be collecting yet for you to file restricted. 2 years from the divorce decree, you can claim spousal on their record, independently of their filing. That independence is why divorced claimants sometimes have more flexibility than married ones. Now you know the play. But knowing and claiming are different things entirely. You need to verify you qualify, gather the right documents, and file the paperwork correctly the first time. That is where we go next. Now you have the 3 strategies clear in your mind, and here is where the verification actually begins. I call the SSA at 1-800-772-1213 on a Monday morning, my documents stacked in order beside me. Social Security card, birth certificate, marriage license if applicable, last 2 years of tax returns. The agent asks me to confirm my name, date of birth, and the last 4 digits of my Social Security number. I tell them I was born before 1958 and I want to review my benefit calculation for accuracy. This is the honest move. I do not lead with strategy names or legal technicalities the agent may not know. I ask them to pull my earnings record and read back my 35 highest earning years to me. Most people never do this. This is where mistakes live. Missing quarters, misrecorded wages, dropped years. If you spot an error, you request Form SSA 7004, the Statement of Earnings Request, in writing. The SSA has no deadline to correct old records, but documentation takes months, so file now. Once your record is clean, the conversation shifts. I ask about my full retirement age and my primary insurance amount. For those born in 1957, your FRA is 66 years and 6 months. For 1958, it is 66 years and 8 months. Write this number down. Everything else hinges on it. Now, here is the part I promised you at the start. The part most people miss entirely. If you filed and suspended before April 30th, 2016, your spouse's reduced spousal benefits have been collecting the whole time. You call the SSA and ask them to calculate what your spouse has received since your suspension date. That number, the difference between what was paid and what you could have taken yourself, that is your gap. It is not a uniform $26,400. It is your gap, calculated from your records and your spouse's file. The SSA will not volunteer this figure. You must ask for it directly, in writing, with dates. Request a detailed accounting of all benefits paid to your spouse under your wage record since suspension. Do this before the end of this month. The SSA field office is open Monday through Friday. Your local office address is on ssa.gov. Bring originals of every document I named. I have walked through the forgotten strategies. Now walk through the verification yourself. Tell me in the comments, when you called or visited, what number surprised you most? I read every response, and I will answer you there.